But here is the truth. Wedding is a day. One day. You see, marriage is a lifetime. Some people don't pay attention on this. Wedding is a day. Marriage is a lifetime. If the foundation is not built by the shared goals, communication and collaboration, even the most beautiful wedding can end in disappointment. Now, how about instead of spending all this money and before you know it, one story and the other, how about we flip it another way? We do financial partnership and investment first. How about if that works? Just a suggestion. And you see, within that your time of couple, maybe dating or whatever you're doing, cutting whatever you're doing at that time, maybe it will be a time for you to do a little investment. Little. Example is, instead of spending 25,000 on a venue, catering and flowers and other things, clothes and whatever for the day, how about you try this? Register your marriage simply in registry. Take that 25,000 and start joint venture or limited company. Maybe a business, maybe a rental property, or even investment, depending on the type of business idea you have. This line is funny, but how about you agree to split the business and the profit equally if the marriage or if your partnership maybe does not work, or can just split it. In this case, some rates of divorce that are based in finance, major rate of divorce, most of them, number one, apart from other character aspects, finance play another role. Some people, maybe the source of their divorce starts with money, debt. Source of their divorce stand in caring. Caring is not because he doesn't have or she doesn't have, it's because somebody don't know how to care, or somebody say my money is my money, his money is our money, or her money is our money, my money is my money. Those kind of things. These are elements that trigger things that you don't know. It starts from somewhere before it starts spreading to the roots or to other part of the body, and before you know it, somebody say no. Check where that thing starts from. Check where those problems is starting from. That's the point of this video. Check where that problem is starting from. Give another way of treating that problem. If it's a trust matter, business is another place you can try trust. It's faithfulness, business is another place to try it. So instead of trying and error, marriage does not design like a business. You can split business and go. So marriage is not the way God designed it. Biblical way of marriage is not the way people do it nowadays. What do we do to help our society? That's the point. Now, what I said now, some people will say like, what are you saying? It's not unromantic. Okay, uncle, sister, it's not unromantic. It's about reality. Business is part of reality. Business is like marriage. If you don't treat it well, it goes down. Your management come into place. Your trust come into place. A place where you put all your effort to get things to work out. It's come into place. So therefore, if you want to run a business and you want to put effort to make sure you build a brand that doesn't go down, you can still build that family that doesn't go down. You can still build that family that even when problems come, they still find a way to survive and still be together. That's all about brand. You want a brand to stand. Look at popular brand there. They put a lot of effort to make it to stand. And that's what you want to do in your business. It's something you can do it in your home. You can. Of course you can. You can. What I'm saying is wise, because love is something that should build a tangible thing. Love should build a tangible thing. Not just a performance for one expensive day like that. Imagine celebrating your 5 years wedding anniversary, not with regret that you've married wrong, not with debt, that you are owing somebody or you are owing a company, you are owing bank. But with a thriving business that you've built together, thriving business that you've built together. I'm not against marriage. I'm very big fan of marriage. It's good to celebrate your love. Nothing wrong with that. But ask yourself, do I want a moment or a foundation? Ask yourself before making that expensive wedding plan, and tomorrow you feel like if it doesn't work out, your escape plan is already there. Ask yourself, is it a moment I'm looking for? Or am I looking for foundation? If you are planning to marry, stop thinking about just a day. Stop thinking about just that big day. That you wear that clothes, that you will do this or you will do that. I'm not saying anything is wrong with that. But I'm talking about better foundation. Because if you have the money, there's nothing wrong with that. However, if you have the money and you pull it out of a business and you know after that it's going to struggle, think it twice again. Build your skills together, start a project, create a plans that can survive life storm. It's something that you don't play with. The truth is, real love does not measure by the size of the wedding or the caliber of people that came on your wedding day. It's measured by the life you build after that particular day of that wedding is over. It's measured by the life you build together. Thank you for listening and thank you for watching. Right? Share this to maybe single people, even married people who have spent their money and now they are struggling. Tell them it's not over. They can build something together. It's time to work together. Time to work together. If both of you can work together, you can achieve a lot. Okay? Share it to everybody. Like and subscribe. I also want to hear your comments. I want to hear what you think about what I said. If we want to talk about how to incorporate business and marriage, we can talk about that. But this, what we're looking at, is what can work, what can make couples to stay together. Right? See you on the next one.